or extra credit on the quiz tomorrow if you can tell me what song that is. All right, so this is the first day of Unit 2, and we're talking about the Constitution still. Now, when the framers or the writers of the Constitution were writing this out, they wanted to have a government where the people would have a say in how things were done. And so that means they made a republic. And that's a form of government in which we are under now, and that's what they wrote in the Constitution. Now, in order to have a republic, that means the people have to have power in their hands and that nobody can be above anybody else. So, in the essence, that's why these 5 principles that you're looking at are important in the Constitution. Now, the 5 principles are popular sovereignty, rule of law, separation of powers, checks and balances, and federalism. Now, some of these words we already looked at before, but we're going to look at it really quick one more time. So to start off, we have popular sovereignty at the top. Now, popular sovereignty means people have the right to rule. That's what popular and sovereignty means together. And so that simply means that the power lies with the people. And if you look up at the top, that's a person choosing to vote. When the power is in the hands of the people, when we vote, that's the ultimate sign that we're showing that we have power because we're choosing who is going to represent us in government. So that's really important. The next thing is rule of law. Now, rule of law is when the law applies to everyone, even those who are in the government. So rule of law, once again, sorry about the bell, but the rule of law means that the law applies to everyone, even those who are in government. So that means no matter who you are, if you're a normal citizen, if you're the president, if you're a senator, you still have to follow the same laws. You're not above the law. We all face the same consequences. The next one is going to be separation of powers. When they wrote up this new government during the Constitution, they made 3 branches of government. Each branch of government has their own power and their own set of duties. We have our judicial branch, executive branch, and our legislative branch. Now, our legislative branch makes the laws. Our executive branch enforces the laws to make sure everybody follows them. And our judicial branch interprets the law. In case anybody does break a law, they decide the consequences that that person must face. Now, each branch has a power, and no other branch can take over that power. So each branch is powerful in their own right. The one at the top is going to say checks and balances. Now, checks and balances means that each branch can check or restrain another branch's power. So it balances out the power. That means the judicial branch can't be more powerful than the executive branch. The executive branch can't be more powerful than the legislative branch. If you look at the picture that's drawn, it's showing the scale, and it's trying to balance out the power between the president and Congress. That means that the president does not have more power or is not more powerful than our Congress, which is our legislative branch. The last one is federalism, which we've already looked at before. Now, federalism is when we share power between the national and our state government. So that means we are both under the laws and the powers of the national and the state government. So we have to pay taxes to our national government and we have to pay taxes to our state government. That's an example of federalism. We're under both of their eyes and we have to follow the rules of both of them. That means that the national government, meaning our president and our Congress, they can't overpower what each individual state does, and the states get to have a say what goes on inside their boundaries. So here it is, the principles of government. This is how everything is split up for the people in order to get their rights heard and to make sure that they maintain a certain sense of power and balance in government. Now, these are the 5 principles of government. Leave a comment to show that you watched. Tomorrow in class, remember to bring a shirt, and we're going to design some shirts based on the Constitution and how it impacts you. See you tomorrow.